Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new live workshop of Big View. For those who cannot make it today, don't worry, this live workshop will be recorded, and you can always watch it on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and our social media channels, especially on Instagram, next week. Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting topic that I think all of us love, which is how we can generate high engagement, and especially how can we outline our scripts, which is most important. So based on that, I'm going to welcome Ebony, which is a business strategist that helps entrepreneurs just like you and me achieve their goals. So Ebony, welcome. It's a pleasure to be here with you. So welcome. Ebony
Hey,
has
thank
also a YouTube channel. So I'm
you.
just going to pop it out here. And also the live stream is streaming simultaneously on her YouTube channel.
Yes, thank you. I want to first thank you for allowing me to be on your platform. I'm super excited for today's live stream about how you can actually script and outline your videos for high engagement. As a business strategist, a course creator, and fellow YouTuber, I know how important video is. So hopefully today's training will give all of you a little bit more insight and confidence for how you can create your own engaging videos.
Amazing. So stage is all yours. I will be here. Guys, feel free to ask any questions to Ebony along the way. And furthermore, just let us know where you're from and if you know Big View. Ebony, stage is yours, and I'm here if you need me.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So we are going to jump right in with today's video. I will be taking questions at the end. So if you do have questions about how to outline your video, no worries. I will be here to help you out. So to get into today's training, we are going to be talking about how to script and outline your video so that you can boost your audience engagement, so that you can increase your retention, as well as get sales if you do have a business that you are trying to grow. So, first things first is today we're going to talk about engaging videos and how you can get your audience excited about your content, eager to commit to your community, your programs, your services, and all of that. So, make sure you stick around to the end if you can, because I'm also going to share with you a little bonus tip and hack of how you can actually boost your engagement using a few tricks. Okay. So I am Ebony Evaughn. I am a business strategist. I am a course creator and a fellow YouTuber. I am fairly new to YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a little over a year now, but creating videos on YouTube has really been a game changer for my business, because of the fact that if you have not been under a rock, you know that video marketing is pretty much the future of the world. If you're not creating video content, you are going to be left behind. So that is why I want to do today's video about how you can outline and script your videos. So in today's video, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how to create your video intro. And if you were paying attention to anything that I just said, I just gave you guys a rendition of my own video intro, right? So when it comes to creating your videos, you want to have a video intro, you want to have a middle portion of your video where you actually get into the content and the meat of your video, as well as your outro where you leave your audience with something. So let's talk about what goes in your video intro. If you were listening when I first started, I introduced who I was. I told you guys what this video was going to be about and what you were going to gain from it, right? So when you create your own video intro, this is what you want to keep in mind. A recipe for a good video intro is the first thing you want to do is hook your audience to the end and give them an outcome of what they can expect from the video. So the reason why this is going to be important is because most people will click on your video because they want to know what's in it for them. People click on your video for primarily three reasons. Either they want to be entertained, they want to be educated, or they want to be inspired. So at the beginning of your, what you want to do is tell people the outcome and how they're going to be either entertained, how they're going to be educated, or how they're going to be inspired. So when I first started this video, I told you guys exactly what we were going to talk about today, how to outline your videos, and I told you why it was important, because videos are pretty much the way of the future, right? So when you create your own video intro, you want to keep this in mind. Start with that hook. Tell people what they're going to learn, what's going to be the outcome, and why it's important to them. And then you want to entice them to watch your whole video by hooking them to the end. So my hook was stick around to the end, because I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how you can do I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how you can increase engagement, right? By doing a simple thing. So most of you are going to stick around to the end because you want to know exactly what that hack is. So when you create your own videos, you also want to think about, how can I hook people to the end? What's something that you're going to present at the end of the video that people are going to be excited to know or to get or to learn? So that is pretty much the core of your video intro. You want to start with a hook and the outcome of the video. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to let them know who you are and why they should care, by letting them know what you do and your credentials. So when I started this video, I told you guys, hey, I'm Ebony Evaughn. I'm a business launch strategist. And if I was on my own channel, I normally go into my hook where I say, I help corporate professionals and first-time entrepreneurs to turn their skills, talents, and expertise into online businesses. Welcome to Soul Truck Land. This is my internet home where I help you to go from confused to a cash generating boss. Right. So when you are introducing your audience to you on your video, you want to start the same way. Let people know who you are, what it is that you do, and why they should care. So I like to always start my video with the same intro, because number one, repetition helps. The more you say your intro, the more your audience gets familiar with it. In fact, when I do my vlogs, I don't always say my intro, and people will be in the comments mad because they're like, you didn't say what up, Kingdom Builders. You didn't say welcome to Soul Struck Land. So those are little things that you can build into your script that builds community around your platform. It gets your audience excited and they love to hear those things. And it helps people to really feel like they're a part of your community and a part of your journey. All right. So the next step in creating your video intro is you want to start by asking a question. So in the beginning of the video, I typically will ask a question that's going to be insightful for me, but also a reflective question for the viewer. So a good example of this is, like, last week I did a video on how to be more confident on camera. So in the beginning of the video, I asked, like, what's your biggest excuse for not wanting to get on video? Or like, what's your biggest struggle with being confident on camera, right? So by asking an engaging question in the front of the video, you're going to increase your retention, because people are going to be in the comments answering the questions, or people are thinking about, like, man, like, I really struggle being on camera, and like, I don't want to be like this. Like, I want to be confident. I want to learn how I can change in the new year, right? So it's helping people to want to engage, but it's also building your retention as well. And then the last component of your video intro is you want to set up the problem, right? You want to let people know why this video and this content is so important. So how I did that in this video, I talked about how video is the way of the future. If you're not creating video content, you're going to struggle with visibility when it comes to building an online blueprint or a online platform, right? So you want to state the problem And then once you state the problem, this is when you transition into the middle of your outline. So the middle of your outline is pretty much the meat of your content. It's what your video is about. So you're ending your intro by stating the problem, and then you're going into the middle of the video, which is where you switch from the problem to actually giving them what I like to call is the painkiller or the solution. So I started this video telling you like, hey, you can actually boost your engagement by outlining your videos. And I told you why that's important. And then in the middle of the video, I'm actually going through how you can actually outline your video, right? In the video I did last week on how to be more confident on camera, I talked about how some people may be shy. I talked about how video marketing and video content is important. And then I transitioned to like, here are 5 tips for how you can be more confident on camera. So the middle of your video is basically the solution to the problem that you've already presented to your audience. So when it comes to presenting your content, I tell people to try to outline at least 3 to 5 points. If you're going to do more than 5 points, I would keep them really, really short, right? So a good example of that is sometimes I'll do video ideas you can create, or I may do confidence tips, and it's like 22 of them. If I'm going to do that, then I'll go through all of the video ideas or the content tips, but I'm going to say them in a fast manner. So instead of if I have a video where it's 3 to 5 points and I'll say a point, expound on it a little bit, go to the next point, expound on it a little bit. If I have more than 5, I'm just going to basically like rattle all of them out back to back. Video tip number 1, video tip number 2, video tip number 3. And when I get to tip number 3, I may expound on tip number 3, and then I'm going to go to video tip number 4. Then when I get to video tip number 5, I may expound on it a little bit, right? So you want to make sure that you're not making your videos too long, because we live in a digital age where, because of technology, because of social media, people can easily get distracted. People are used to getting micro doses of information. So typically, if you stick to 3 to 5 bullet points or 3 to 5 tips or strategies, then you can really engage your audience all the way to the end. So in example for this one, I'm actually doing 3 points, right? We're talking about how to outline your video intro, the middle of your video, and the video outro. The video I did last week on how to be more confident on camera, it had 5 tips. So you want to stick to that. So let's talk about what actually goes into your content when you're doing your tips. And what you want to do is you want to give people your point. And for me, I like to do odd numbers. So I'll typically do 3, or either I'll do 5. Sometimes I may do 4 if it calls for it. But halfway through the middle of my content, I'm going to stop where I'm at and actually add in another engagement point. So in an engagement point, I'm typically going to have some type of question. On my channel, I literally have a lower third that I will ask, like, let me know in the comments, and then I'll ask a question. So in the middle of my content, my engagement questions are going to be a little bit different than how I did in the intro. In the intro, I typically will only ask one question that's about reflection, but also insightful. In the middle of my content, when I ask a question, I typically will ask a question that is going to be front loaded. And so what I mean by this is, if I'm doing a video on how to be more confident on camera and I get to my second point in my outline, I'll stop and say, I don't know, guys, like, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you feel like you're really confident on camera? Do you think there's anything that you could do differently? What would help you to be more confident on camera? If you've actually tried some of these tips before, like, let me know, how did that work out for you, right? So with that, I'm asking a series of questions at one time, because when it comes to your audience, not everyone is going to be in the same place. Not everyone is going to have the same struggle. Not everyone is going to have the same experience or perception or um be in the same path. So when it comes to asking those questions, the reason why I front load them is because I want to ask a question that, regardless of who is actually in my audience, who's watching the video, there is going to be a question that someone is going to resonate with, and they want to actually answer it and engage in the comments, right? So that's why I ask a series of questions. So in the middle of your content, you want to get into the first couple of tips that you have. You want to pause to add that engagement question, and then get into the remaining tips that you have in the middle of your section. And so that's pretty much the core of what goes on in that middle outline. So if I'm doing a static video versus a live stream, I may also do a couple things different. If I'm doing a static video where I'm just uploading it, like on YouTube or something, then that's what I do. I do a couple points, I add my engagement questions, and then I get to the remainder points. If I'm actually live, then I'll do a couple points. I may answer comments, respond to people that are actually in the comment section, adding to the conversation, building community. But then I may also direct people, because with live stream, you may have some people that start at the end, they may come in the middle, come towards the end. Then I'll also tell people, thanks for joining me on today's live stream. If you can't stick around to the end, make sure you stay connected with me by clicking the link and signing up for my email list, right? I'll give them some type of call to action in the middle of the engagement piece if it is a live stream. So that's the only thing that I do differently in live versus static videos. So that's pretty much the middle of the video. Let me know in the comments, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Is this making sense to you? Let me know. And that is me adding in my own engagement for a video script on how you can script your videos. All right, so let's go ahead and transition into the last part of outlining your video, and this is going to be your outro. When it comes to ending your videos, the outro is very simple, but it's also very strategic. So if you want to build community and you don't want people that are just going to watch you one time, but people that actually come back, add to the conversation, and actually contribute to your audience, then this is where the outro of your video is going to be very important. Okay, so at the end of the video, you want to end it with another engaging question, or maybe summarizing what you've already talked about. So typically for me, what I'll do is I will summarize everything that I've already covered in my video. All right, guys, I just gave you 5 tips on how you can be more confident on camera. We talked about 1, we talked about 2, we talked about 3, 4, and 5. So let me know in the comments which one of these is your favorite tip. Which one are you going to try first, right? So I'll basically summarize what I said, and then I add another engaging question, just asking people to add to the community in the comment section by answering one of those questions. So the next component of your outro is going to be a call to action. And this is something that a lot of people miss all the time. So when it comes to your call to action, I know a lot of people will like, well, I'm not selling anything, so I don't need a call to action. But you don't have to be selling something in order to add a call to action to your video. A call to action can be something as simple as just saying like, comment, subscribe, share, right? Those are all call to actions. And you could also, if you are selling something, you do have a business, then you could tell people, hey, click the link in my bio to sign up for my email list and get a copy of my free toolkit, right? Or click the link in my bio to learn more about my business incubator. So regardless of if you have a business, regardless if you're just trying to grow a YouTube community, you want to end with some type of call to action. Okay. And then after your call to action, I typically will go into the intro. And so I go to the outro. And the outro is basically going to be a signature sign off for your videos. So a signature sign off may be a tagline or a slogan or something that you do at the end of your videos. It may be just a wave, it could be anything, right? So on my channel or for YouTube, whenever I end a YouTube video, I always say thanks for much. I always say thanks so much for stopping by my internet home. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you turn on those notifications so you will be the first one to know whenever I upload another video just like this one, right? So that is how I end all of my videos. For you, you may want to add a tagline. So I've seen a lot of people who will say like, maybe you're helping someone to grow on YouTube and you end your videos. All right, guys, thanks for watching today's video. Now get out there, create content, and let's grow together, right? So that's another way that you can end your video. But at the end of every single video, you end it with the same exact tagline. And the reason why this is important is because it helps to build repetition, it helps with brand recognition, and it also helps with building community. The more you can get people connected to you, your brand, and how you actually operate and flow in your video content, the easier it is going to be to build community, to get engagement, and build your know, like, and trust factor as well. So that is how you actually can script and outline your videos for more engagement. Break it down into 3 key sections. You want to have your video intro where you hook them, you introduce yourself, you let them know the outcome and why they should watch anyways. You give them the middle, which is the content, the meat of what you're talking about. You want to wrap it up with a call to action and what to do next. So that is how you can actually outline and structure your videos for higher engagement. I hope that this information was helpful. Let me know in the comments, like, do you like this outline? Which piece of it do you think is going to give you the most struggles to actually create? And which piece do you think is going to be the most fun create? Do you have an intro? Do you have an outro? Let me know in the comments. See how that goes? All right. So this has actually been really fun creating a video outline about how to actually script and outline your videos. So I told you guys, if you stuck around till the end, that I was going to give you a bonus tip for how you can actually increase your retention and engagement on your videos. And that is going to be to basically spark engagement by adding GIFs to your video. You can add animation, you can add pop-up text, you can add lower thirds, but basically by you adding that B-roll, so to speak, this is going to help to re-trigger engagement. So one thing that I do on my channel a lot is I use sound effects and pop-ups. So as I'm going through my video outline, I will actually have a text pop-up for each talking point in each tip that I have. And then for each text pop-up that I have, I actually have a little sound effect as well. So this helps with retention and engagement, because if someone is getting distracted, or maybe they're listening but they're not really watching the video, when they hear that sound effect, is going to redirect their attention back to the video. But then also, because you have the pop-up text, this helps with memory retention, because not only are people listening to what I'm saying, but they're seeing the pop-up imagery as well. All right, so that is just a little bonus tip that I have for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about how to script and outline your videos. I'm seeing your comments. Great information. Very helpful. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ebony. You actually been getting
Appreciate
a
the
lot
tip.
of great comments.
I see. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Monique says she needs to work on intros and outros. Well, hopefully you have a script now, Monique. So if you do have any questions or you need additional support, feel free to reach out to me. I am on Instagram, just Ebony Evaughn. So it's just my name as one word.
Amazing. I mean, you've been getting a lot of nice comments.
I'm struggling with editing. I struggle with editing too, okay? Full transparency. So I can shoot videos all day long. I literally have a video content day, and I'll probably shoot about 4 to 6 videos in one setting. But when it comes to editing, it could take me sometimes 2 or 3 hours to edit videos. But just a couple of tips with editing. One thing that I found that helped me out and really cut my editing time down was when I record videos, I used to stop and start every single time I messed up, right? Because I wanted to just one clean take. But instead of stopping and starting when I'm recording, what I did was I just started recording one whole video. And as I record, if I mess up, I'll just pick up where I left off instead of starting a whole nother clip all over again. And that really, really helped me. And then also, when it comes to editing, I spread my editing out over time. So I do batch record my videos, but instead of trying to edit all the videos at one time, what I will do is I will edit them over time. I will edit them over time. So I shoot them all one day, and then let's say this week I may edit one video, and then the next week I may edit another video, and then another video, so I'm not being just bogged down and overwhelmed with the editing process. And then you could also outsource editing as well. I have tried out a couple editors, but I haven't found one that I just love yet. But that's an option as well. Alicia says, where can this outline be found? I actually don't have like a text format for this, but I will create one, and then I can send it over to Felipe for you guys as well. If that's okay.
That'll be great, for sure. I mean, you've been getting a lot of nice comments. People love you.
Good. I love it. And I'm glad people aren't asking a lot of questions as well. I always feel like if there's not a lot of questions, that means that I did a good job and I answered all your questions already.
Okay, we got a question. How many do you shoot in one day?
Yes. So I typically shoot anywhere from 4 to 6 videos at one time. On my YouTube channel, I typically post one video a week of educational content. And then from time to time, I will I try to post at least one vlog a month. So I typically do 5 videos, right? And my vlogs are live. I'm literally vlogging right now. Like, hey, say what's up to the camera. But I typically will do 4 educational videos, maybe 5 if there's 5 weeks in a month. And then also when I do my video content day, sometimes I will record Instagram stories and reels. So, but typically on average, I would say 5 or 6. And do you use teleprompter? I sure do, ma'am. So I don't always use teleprompter now, only because I'm so confident on video. But when I first started out, I pretty much recorded all of my static content using the Big View teleprompter, only because I didn't want to forget to say anything. And I still use Big View to this day. I have started dabbling into Facebook ads as well as YouTube ads. So if you see any of my YouTube ads, then those were actually created using the Big View teleprompter. So when I create my video ad, I don't want to forget to say certain things, right? And I'm literally going straight off of my script. So when I do those, I use the teleprompter in order to actually create those ads. How do you put all the edited clips together? So it depends what I'm editing in. If you're using the Big View app, then it's pretty seamless. As you cut, it will kind of snap your videos together. So that's why I say, well, let me back up. So when you say put all the edited clips together, That was one of the tips that I gave when it comes to recording videos. When I shoot my videos, I create one long video clip, right? Sometimes my YouTube content is pretty much going to be like from 10 to 15 minutes long. But when I actually record that video, the actual take is probably 40 minutes or maybe sometimes 30 minutes long, because I just do the whole thing in one take. So instead of stopping and starting, I just record it all the way through, and then I pick up where I mess up. So even if you're recording inside of the Big View app, you will notice that as your script is scrolling, if you do a take, it will say start over or like pick up from where you left off or something like that. So you could just say, hey, pick up from where I left off and go back as well, if that makes sense. What kind of teleprompter? What kind of teleprompter am I using? You are on the Big Views channel and you don't know what teleprompter I'm using? I actually use the teleprompter app. I call it my teleprompter in my pocket. So if you have the Big View app on your phone, I have an iPhone, but I believe it's also available for Androids as well. Felipe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I have an iPhone.
It's available on iPhone, Android, and web.
Yeah. So I have an iPhone and I pretty much just go into the app and I create my script in my notepads and then I'll copy it over into Big View, and then I use it as a teleprompter through the Big View app. It's a teleprompter in your pocket. So you can actually edit your videos in the Big View app if you want to edit on your phone. If you're looking to edit on the desktop, most of the time, if I'm doing just my regular YouTube videos, then I use Filmora, Wondershare, or either Final Cut Pro, depending which laptop I'm on and how long the video is. Yes, Nanette. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. Big View is a teleprompter. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, we get all this. I think we actually covered most of the questions, and people are very happy with your answers, Ebony. Really, thank you very much. For all the people that don't know Big View, I mean, we're available on iOS, Android, and especially on web, and you can actually edit your videos. You can do anything from writing your script. You can actually write your script on your laptop, send it right away on your phone, shoot the video on your phone, upload the video on the desk, and then edit your video on the desk within like a few minutes. It makes automatic captions, and you can actually trim your videos. You can add your logo and even a call to action as an automatic business card. So I welcome you all to try it, the free trial, and enjoy pretty much the platform. And Ebony, just thank you very much. This was, I will guess, the most workshop with more engagement and actually people commenting. So congratulations, and we hope we see like content from you also on our platform and Big View collections on Get Inspired feature on the app. And we invite you in the near future to come back in a few months or even like 3 5 months to do another workshop for us.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on your platform. I really appreciate it. You guys, if you have not checked out the Big View app, make sure you check it out. Like he said, I will be adding some collections over there. So I'll have a collection on how you can actually launch your video with different launch strategies. Or launch your business. I will also be adding more video content. So video ideas, how to script your videos, all of that. I will be creating some collections that you won't be able to find anywhere else, only in Big View collections. So make sure you check it out.
And make sure you actually follow Ebony on YouTube and you subscribe because she has amazing content and she actually published a new video about how to be confident on camera. So if you're not sure how to start filming yourself, I recommend you watch that video.
Yes, definitely follow me over on YouTube, Entrepreneur Life with Ebony Evaughn. I post videos every Wednesday. I do educational content about lunch strategies. I share my own journey of growing on YouTube. I do social media marketing tips, email marketing, and I post vlogs from time to time.
And last, before you all leave, I want to introduce you to Live Teleprompter by BigView, which actually were the first teleprompter to stream live, especially on LinkedIn. And right now, this week, it was launched for iOS and web on YouTube. So make sure that if you have a YouTube channel and you want to stream live, make sure you write your script and you just hit the live button and then you stream it live. And your video will be recorded on your channel. So you don't have to be worried to actually download and publish the video. And in order to finish this, Ebony, thank you very much. I'm going to show the audience a promo on the video collection and on the live stream. And thank you very much for being here. And I hope you come more and watch all our workshops, especially Ebony in the near future. So Ebony, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Take care, and we hope we see more content from you inside BigView. So ciao to everyone, and here's the promo.
Know what to say with the BigView teleprompter. BigView is the first teleprompter to stream live to LinkedIn and other social networks. Just hit on live and connect in real time with your audience. It could not be easier.
Always know what to say with BigView.